Hello and welcome. My name is Anastasia Zatula, and today I'm going to talk about how to feel magnetic about yourself, how not only to feel magnetic, but how to be magnetic and attract everybody and everything. Now, why I decided to record this video is maybe because I feel very magnetic at this point right now, and I thought that I will record it just because I feel like that. This video is not according to the plan. According to the plan, I have other videos, but I wanted to record something like this, and I am going to give you steps how to adjust your energy and be magnetic all the time. Now, I don't feel like I feel right now all the time, but for the most part, I can adjust my energy and I can become magnetic very fast. Now, do I want to be magnetic all the time? Probably not, because I'm not an attention seeker, but I do like to adjust my energy when needed. Like, for example, a few weeks ago, I was walking on the streets of a city in Turkey, and I was somewhat self-conscious about my body, and I'm not sure, it was just one of those days. And something just clicked in my head, and basically, I remember that my focus should be in me, that those people that are looking at me, they are just phantoms. I am right here, and I need to switch my focus from not feeling great to I'm beautiful and everybody is in love with me, like that. Why? Because yeah, maybe I didn't feel too good, but it didn't spoil my whole body. I mean, I still looked amazing, I still felt amazing, despite that I didn't feel too good. And everybody saw that. Everybody saw that Anastasia, the beautiful Anastasia, and not the Anastasia that doesn't feel good this last couple hours. So I wanted to also record this video for some time because I have clients, and my clients are amazing women, and some men too, but it's mostly women, and those women are very beautiful, very successful, very accomplished, with strong energies, because people don't count on me unless they have a really strong energy, and they don't see what I see in them, and I feel sad, honestly, that they could not see what I see in them. So I wanted to record this video, and I want you all to start feeling magnetic. It's holidays time. It's amazing time. Let's give ourselves this gift and feel amazing about ourselves. Now, usually what makes us magnetic, as a Reiki master I will tell you, it's basically keeping the energy within ourselves. Not only keeping it within ourselves, keeping it clean and very, very bright, very light. Now, because energy is the most desirable commodity really in the world, everybody will want you, everybody will be drawn to you, because there is a lot of energy inside, and they want to be part of that energy, they want to grab a little bit of that energy. And that's what usually happens to me. Why I don't make myself so magnetic all the time is because of that unwanted attention. I tried to record this video 3 times, and somebody would call me in the middle because of that, because I feel so great right now. Just everybody wants to be in my life right now, to be with me right now. So it is basically what you need to do. You need to adjust the energy, but not only bring the energy back, but also adjust how you feel, what is that energy within you, how does it feel, and what you project towards yourself. Now, usually we have this disbalance in energy when we start comparing ourselves to somebody else, or we give somebody else credit for our own accomplishments. For example, you meet a guy, and the guy is amazing, and you feel so amazing with him. You guys went for a dinner to a beautiful place, and you believe that it's him who is making you feel so great because he's taking you to this place. Now, that could be true, but you attracted that guy for a reason. You see, that guy might not take everybody out. He took you. That means that your energy is strong enough your energy is magnetic enough. That's what usually happens. So you meet a guy, you believe that he's so great, and then you start doubting yourself. You start thinking, am I good enough? Is he? Because you want to feel like this again and again. You start your mind is afraid to lose that that person or that object that makes you feeling like this. Now the feeling is inside of you, it's not outside, it's not the guy, it's not the restaurant that you went to, it's basically it's you who are ready to feel like that. And but usually this is what happens. You start comparing yourself, because you're afraid to lose the guy, you start, am I skinny enough? Am I beautiful enough? Am I young enough? am I tanned enough? Or vice versa, am I white enough? So this is the problem that happens most often, and I see it all the time. Again, I have the most amazing clients, and every time I look at them, I'm like, I can't believe this woman has a problem, because they all look very, very beautiful, and I can't believe that they have issues. Now I understand why they do. So the thing is that giving credit to somebody else is never right. I mean, obviously taking all the credit to yourself also not good. It's good to appreciate the things and people in our life that brings certain emotions in us, but they are not above us. Usually what happens, we put somebody on a pedestal, and that's why we drop. We ourselves, so you meet a guy like this, and then you think that he's too good, or maybe he's too handsome, or something like that. You drop in yourself. You met him already on this level. Why you drop in yourself? It doesn't make no sense. So it doesn't always happen only with the guy. It could happen with anybody. For example, you're in a group of ladies, and some of those women are more beautiful, and you start, well, what if they will find out I'm not as beautiful and they wouldn't want to hang out with me? Or you're in a group of successful women, and you to yourself, maybe what if they find out that I'm that I'm not as successful enough, and then, you know, they're such an amazing woman, they're so successful, and I'm not, and what if, but you already met them, you're already over here, you see? So you don't need to worry too much. Now it could happen with anything. It could happen with a city. Let's imagine you come to Miami and you are like, oh my God, this city, I don't know whether I deserve to be in this city. I don't know whether I can live here, whether I'm good enough for this city. I didn't meet too many people like this, but I did couple. And usually what happens, they start something happens for them not to be able to live there. Like this one couple I knew, they were really fascinated by Miami. It was their dream to live there, and when they came, they were like in awe, but also felt somewhat inferior. So at one point, the guy, he lost his income, and they were not able to afford to live in Miami. Now they moved a little up to Daytona Beach, and they were able to afford. I mean, I don't think there's such a huge difference, but this is what I'm saying. You could not put something else on a pedestal. If you have this in your life, it's already on your energy level. Now, to the magnetic part, right? Because you do want to be magnetic. Now, remember, when you're magnetic, you're not only magnetic to the people, you're magnetic to the events, to circumstances, to money, obviously. You're magnetic to health, to feeling great. So it's everything. It's not just people. People are the easiest, because these are active phantoms, so they kind of appear and disappear in our life very fast. Now, when you're not very magnetic, you notice that it seems like nobody's calling you, nobody is trying to reach out to you. It happens often. Now, it happens to me also. Like sometimes when I am so stuck in my routine, I forget who I am. I forget that I am magnetic, and I have to remind myself. To bring myself back to me, to all my energy inside my aura, and focus it and clean it inside of me. Now, as I said, usually we lose our magnetism when we start comparing ourselves to a particular standards in our society, or to particular people, or to particular expectations within us. This is usually the problem. So, for example, if everybody you know was married by the age of 30 and you are not, and for you it's like a life goal, you would think that you are not good enough, because you're comparing yourself to a particular expectation, a particular life standard that you have. Now, obviously, that doesn't work. Usually, we lose our magnetism when we start comparing ourselves to other people. Usually, not the standards, not the expectations. Usually, it's other people, and usually, it's the people that make us feel great. So, it's either some acquaintances of us that we're really inspired, or men. Usually man. Most of the time it's man. You meet some great man, you feel, you romanticize him, you romanticize his life, you romanticize everything about him, and now you start feeling somewhat inferior. This is the most common case, trust me. I know a lot of people, and I work with quite a lot of people, so this is the most usual case. Now, I want to tell you, once you will stop romanticizing them and you start romanticizing yourself, you return the magnetism to you, you will be able to end up with any kind of guy. And I have clients that date celebrities. So trust me, it is very, very possible and absolutely achievable. Now, as I wanted to tell you, and I always repeat to you, remember, nobody is better than you, and you're nobody, and you're not better than anybody else. If you think that a man that you want is so far-fetched, that he's so perfect that you will never be able to to afford him, to be with him, you're just not happy with your inner masculinity. You believe that your inner masculinity is not performing to your standard. So, for example, if you want an extremely wealthy man that will be gifting you, that will be taking you on this luxurious trip, so I'm not sure, or that will buy you a penthouse or lives in penthouse and will so if you want this particular man and you believe that you could not really have him, it's because you know that your inner masculinity could not perform the same. Now, if you believe that it's absolutely possible for you to end up with such a guy, then you know that your inner masculinity on right track. So you just need to, again, bring the energy back and appreciate yourself more. So what to do? How to be magnetic, and this is exactly what I did a long time ago, and what I do frequently when I need to return the charm back to me, because I know I'm a beautiful woman. Not only beautiful, I'm very strong energetically. My energy is very, very dynamic, very clean, very pure. I mean, I work on that all the time, filled with love and pleasure. So when I'm on the street, people flock to me whether they want or not, and this is just how it is. When I used to do consultations in person, I used to do them in a coffee shops. I would have people around me all the time. Like people would come and introduce themselves, not only to me, to my client also, but they felt the energy. It was like that. So, anyways, what to do? First thing you need to do, you need to find the reason. Like, what is right now putting you down? Why are you not feeling as magnetic as you should? Like, there must have been some kind of reason. So, for example, maybe you compare yourself to somebody. Usually it's like this: you compare yourself to somebody important. Again, just comparing yourself to your neighbors will not demagnetize you. It's somebody important. So maybe your friend is super successful, and you don't feel like that. You don't feel like you are as successful. So you start comparing yourself, you feel kind of down. Or maybe again, you met this guy and you feel like he would be a great candidate for a boyfriend, but you feel like you're not good enough to be with him. Usually it's like this: find the reason. You need to find that something that you're comparing yourself to. It's always like this, always. There's nothing. Like, for example, me, I'll tell you, I was a few weeks back in Turkey. Right now I'm in beautiful Mexico, beautiful and sunny. You see my color is coming back to me. So I was in Turkey and I was walking by on the street, and I didn't feel too good inside me, all this traveling, and I felt like not as magnetic, even though I have a lot of attention everywhere I go, but I didn't felt right. I didn't feel good. It was cold. I don't have too much warm clothes, so I felt off, so to say. So I needed to find the reason why I'm feeling off, who I'm comparing myself to. And I will tell you who I was comparing myself to. I was comparing myself to beautiful women that are extremely skinny and who have this nice fall outfits that I didn't have. I really was. I didn't notice at first, but the more I was, I stayed there, the more I caught myself doing this. I mean, I was thinking, you know, this is amazing outfit, but I could not buy myself everything because I have two suitcases, and I could not fill it up with winter clothes when I don't even live in a winter climate. So, and I was comparing myself again and again and again. And I remember I was on the street and something just hit me like this, like, Anastasia, what are you doing? You're comparing yourself when you have a dream life, the life that you always wanted, you know. So I switched myself very fast, and I came home and I sat and I was just like brainwash and return the energy. I mean, I did a lot of work, and as soon as I did a lot of work, it became warm in where I was staying, and I felt really great. Now, the thing is that it's normal for us to compare ourselves to others. It will always be like this. We're living in a masculine world, in a competitive world. Especially if you had brothers, sisters, cousins or something, and you grew up and your parents were like, you know, your brother already finished your homework and you didn't, or your cousin is a straight A student and you don't. So we were always compared, whether you want it or not. Even if your parents loved you very much, you go to school, and in school you are compared to 30 other students. So whether you want it or not, you will compete. Now, since childhood we're competing, it's our habit, it's in our DNA, so to say. So once we grew up, we continue competing with people around us, with women and men around us, depending on what is important. So when I worked in corporate, I obviously was somewhat competing with all my peers, my co-workers, because it was just competitive environment, so to say. Now, now, thanks God, I don't compete, but sometimes, whether I want it or not, something like this comes up. Now, you need to find out who you are competing right now. Who do you think is better than you? Who you don't deserve, or who you think is higher than you energetically. So you find that person, or that object, or that something. For example, you want to live in Brickell, in one of those towers, and when you can afford only, I don't know, South Beach. So Brickell is basically your something that you were romanticizing, right? Like for me, it was Europe all the time. I wanted, you know, because I didn't travel too much in Europe, I always thought that Europe is just something super amazing. If I would only have a chance to live there, I would just be super happy. Now, that could be a place, it could be a country, it could be a particular lifestyle. Like for me also, I always wanted to travel. I believe that if I would travel, I would be the happiest person on earth. And this is exactly what, my whole life, honestly, and this is exactly what I did this whole year. I traveled, I stayed in different countries, and I wanted to see whether my romanticizing of Europe really was was according to what I was thinking it was. Now, once you will find what it is, usually it's a person. So if it's a person and if it's a building, you need to take your energy back, first of all, and you need to do it every day for, like, I don't know, maybe a week. So 3 times. You need to say something like that. And the language that your mind understands. If English is not your first language, say it in the language that your mind understands. Now, I say it in English because I think in English, I write in English, I dream in English. I mean, English is not my first language, it's my 4th language, but it's my dominant language that I use, so I use this. Now, come up with something, it has to be somewhat like this, but in the language that your mind understands. So you will say, I take my energy back from, energy gets purified and comes back to me. If it's a person, and there are some situations, you can say, I take my energy back from this person and all the situations connected to him, let's say, or her. And basically, or if it's a city, you say, I take my energy back from Brickell and all the situations that happened there. Energy gets purified and comes back to me. You say it 3 times or 4 times. You need to feel it though. If you want, imagine like a flow of energy coming to you, like pearly white. That's the energy that should be, that's coming to you. This is amazing exercise. You will take the energy back to start with. Now you need to get that energy back into your aura and make sure that the energy is really good, is magnetic, right? We came here to learn how to be magnetic. So once you will do that, if there are a lot of things that you're comparing yourself to, start with the most dominant one. Who you thinking most dominant, who you trying to impress most of the time, like the majority of the time. And if this is the first video you're watching from me, make sure you take energy from everybody all the time. Anybody who influenced you too much, don't forget to take the energy back. Energy belongs only in your aura. Nobody else has your energy, just you. Remember that. So you will do that, you call your energy back and do it for a week. Then, since you've been romanticizing something else, now you need to start romanticizing yourself and your life. So if you think that Brickell is the best place on earth to live and South Beach is not, now you need to start romanticizing South Beach. Honestly, this is exactly what I did, and I think I made Miami so popular because I was romanticizing it so long before I even moved there. So what do you and I think I did quite a few places that's popular because of that. So what you need to do, you need to start really seeing the benefits of living on South Beach, now first of all, there is a beach on South Beach. That's to start with. Then it's not as it's crowded, but still it has more nature, as Brickell doesn't really have nature. I mean, nature is important. So you can find, if it's a person, let's imagine you are dating a guy and the guy lives amazing life. Let's imagine he's traveling all the time. He has a lot of money, so he's dining in the most amazing places every single day, and you could not afford that. And obviously, he has plans, so it's not like he's taking you everywhere with you. And you thinking that you're inferior because you are not going to all these hot spots, and he is. Now you need to romanticize yourself. I mean, what's good in your life? Well, first of all, maybe you're cooking at home. That's amazing. Maybe you don't go to the hot spots, but you go to some authentic restaurants that are even more that have tastier food. Maybe they don't have that much that much noise, but they do have tasty food, good customer service. I mean, I love to go to the hot spots, but honestly, not as often. I mean, I do like to go and see what's the hype about, but honestly, I would much prefer to go to a really cute, luxury, quiet kind of place outside of hype, honestly. So romanticize your life and your choices. Now he's going to the hot spot, okay, that's fine, but you are staying at home and cooking a delicious dinner. You see, for some people, a cooked home meal would be as amazing as going out and eating all the time. I'm telling you, as a person who's been traveling for a while, I so much cherish the food that I cook at home. I feel like it's amazing that I'm able to cook and eat what I want to eat and cook it exactly as I like it to be. So romanticize your life and romanticize yourself. If you think that the guy is extremely fit or extremely I don't know, that is very handsome or very stylish, decide what is good about yourself. I mean, maybe you have a healthy skin, or maybe maybe you have beautiful eyes. I have a client, she has this green eyes. So every time I look at them, I'm so mesmerized. I mean, I think if I had her green eyes, I would be like, I would never leave the mirror. On the other hand, you see, I romanticize her green eyes, and my sister also has. So instead of romanticizing my eyes, I mean, I love my eyes too, but still. So you need to basically start romanticizing your life over their life. Doesn't mean that their life is better or worse. It just don't allow another person to overwhelm you like this. Yes, so for example, I will give you an example. Long time ago, I just moved to New York and I was dating this guy, and he told me something like, I asked him out of insecurity, what do you like the most about me? And he said, your skin. I said, my skin? And he said, yeah, because your skin is very smooth. And it's true. I don't have any kind of bumps, hair, or anything. I never had the breakouts. So my skin through my whole body is like that. It's very smooth, very elastic, very good. But I never appreciated it until he told me. Since he told me, it was maybe 16, 17 years ago. Now I appreciate my skin so much. But he had to tell me that for me to appreciate. Or, for example, a long time ago, somebody told me, you have beautiful ears. Just for reference, I never thought much about my ears. And he said, he was not somebody I was dating. He was just a guy. And he said, can you imagine if you would have ears like this, like an elephant ears? And I never thought about this. So romanticize something about yourself. If you think the guy has an amazing physique, you probably have something amazing. If you met him, if you bumped into each other, if you were in the same company, you are equal. Now find what is so amazing about you, whether it's your healthy hair, or maybe your body, or your skin, or your odor, or I'm not sure, something. There must be something you wouldn't match if you think that he's an Apollo and you're just a mere human. It couldn't be like this. It's always you always equal. Now this is the second step. So you need to find that person or something. Then you call your energy back from something like that. Like me, once I left New York, I called on my energy back. That's it. I romanticized Miami over New York. New York is an amazing place. I don't say it, but I'm not there. So why would I feed New York my energy? Now, I understand that I shouldn't even feed Miami my energy, but Miami is my home right now. So I do kind of want to live in a hot spot. Now, if I choose to have a different home, I will romanticize that place, and that place will become hot. It's always hot where I am, and that's it. That's my true belief, kind of. Now, then you basically romanticize yourself and your life. Your lifestyle, the place of life. Choose, I'm not sure, your work ethic. You see, I became popular at my work and my corporate when I start realizing that me not being super aggressive and super masculine were actually a benefit to my clients and to myself. And then my results were just going through the roof, because I understand I'm bringing value without actually harassing people. And they were bringing me, they were investing more, they were bringing more money into the financial institution, because they appreciated my style of work. Now, when I was comparing myself to my male aggressive colleagues, I was not doing as great. I mean, I was doing okay, but it was very energy draining, to say. Now then, if there are particular things that you romanticize about that person, particular, like for example, you're going with you're with the friends, and everybody is super successful, and everybody, oh no, you meet after Christmas and everybody is just basically, oh, my man bought me diamond earrings, and the other one, my man bought me something else. So everybody is, and you feeling like like not as successful as they are. You need to find something to romanticize in you in that moment. So maybe you I'm not sure, maybe you were able to buy yourself an amazing present. Maybe you are able to book yourself a trip, or maybe maybe you spent the Christmas exactly as you wanted. You didn't have to go to nobody's family or something like that. So find what you romanticize in the moment. You see, you need to catch it in the moment. It's very, very important. This is when we lose our magnetism, when we start with these little things. And do this all the time. So if you're with the guy and he says, what can he say that you would compare yourself to? And he will say something like, I'm going out with my friends, and you don't have too many friends, and you feel like a lonely loser. Then you basically, obviously you could not say, oh, okay, so I will go with the friends too, or yeah, I also have friends. You could not think like this because you don't have friends, but you can say, well, amazing, you know, he has a lot of friends, and I know how to spend time with myself. That's even better. He can have time with his friends, and I will spend time with my book, or maybe I go do a massage or something like that. You see, at the moment you need to not romanticize him, but romanticize yourself. Look, the thing is that when you romanticize somebody, you putting them on a pedestal. Now you putting yourself down for no reason. You see, you guys were like this, and then you put somebody up and yourself down. Now this is obviously not good. You need to return the energy. You need to match up. So you will put him a little bit down, like, okay, he's going with the friends, that's fine, I mean, whatever, not a big deal, and put yourself up, and I will go get a massage. Now you are even again. You see, now you're magnetic again. If you will think that getting a massage is even better than being with the friends, now the guy will not go with the friends. He will want to stay with you. If that's what you want, I mean, I wouldn't want the guy to be 24/7 next to me, but I would not also think but I would not think that he's better or worse. You see, I want you to understand this is crucial. So one thing that you romanticize in yourself now and your life. Another thing is, every time something like you are romanticizing somebody else, you need to romanticize yourself in return. It has to be somewhat opposite, the same. So for example, if you think that that your friend is super slender, and you just like, my God, I wish I had such figure, you have to find something in yourself that you can praise at the same moment. So yes, she has maybe the slenderest figure you ever seen, but you maybe have, I don't know, the most beautiful face, or maybe the most beautiful hair, or your manicure is the best, or something must be, or maybe your boobs are bigger. I don't know what is for you, but this is what you need to do in the moment. You see, you need to make sure the energy is here. You don't need to put her down and say something like, oh, but nobody likes a skinny girl. That's not true. Let's not get to that point. But don't put yourself down. Don't put her down. You remember, you need to keep all your surroundings on the same level, but don't put her up, and don't just keep yourself on the same level. Yeah, she's slender, amazing to have friends that are looking great, right? But you have the most beautiful face, so something like that, all the time. And the next thing that I would say to you, because we're the next step, so to say, this is not important, honestly. If you will learn how to romanticize your life, yourself, your appearance, you already will become magnetic. But because we're in a masculine society, and we're constantly aiming for some kind of accomplishments and achievements, I would advise you to constantly have some kind of work in progress on yourself. Why is it important? Because we're influenced by the society around us, and society around us is very masculine. So we're praised when we're doing something. You go for a run every day, amazing. You lay in bed 2 hours, you've been lazy. You see, like, us being feminine is not praised. Now us being masculine is praised. So I advise you to do little steps to better off yourself and your life, even if it's going for a walk for an hour. That would be amazing. So now you know that there is some kind of accomplishment, and you are moving towards the perfect man, or the perfect place of living, or the perfect something. So at all times, you see, it is important. Now it's not necessarily, but it is important, because we live in a particular society, whether you want it or not. And since most of women are losing their magnetism once they are in some kind of relationship with the guy, you're unconsciously competing with that man. And if you want to compete with that man, you need to make sure that you are doing something that brings you, that makes you competitive, so to say, that makes you worthy of competing. Again, don't push yourself too hard, but even small steps. For example, maybe you skipped dinner today and you feel amazing, or maybe you went for a run and you feel also amazing, or maybe you did something towards your success, and you feel just great about that as well. And something like this will make you feel great, will make you praise your inner man. Now you're competing with your outside man. You need to make sure that your inner man is working. Again, it's not necessary. If you don't have to do that, but I would suggest you doing it because of the society that we live in. If you live in a different society, like maybe Middle Eastern society, where women are not really encouraged to be successful, or to be someone, they're more encouraged to be beautiful and and virtuous, then probably you don't need to do this. But in the society where I live, it is important, because unknowingly, since childhood, we're competing in a masculine world. I guarantee you, if you will do this, you will be magnetic. Why? Because you return all the energy towards you. You even the energy between you and that thing, or that person, or that environment, or those friends, or something like this. It could be an item. For example, you want diamond earrings, but you believe that you are not really deserving of diamond earrings. I don't know why shouldn't nobody be deserving? But still, let's imagine that you're putting diamond earrings on the pedestal. You're romanticizing them. You think that if you will have diamond earrings, you will be all that. Now, switch it. Start thinking about diamond earrings as start thinking that you're not sure whether you are even a diamond person. Maybe you like to wear pearls or something, or maybe you like to wear stones, or different, diamond stones too, but different kind of stones. So, or maybe you don't even like to wear earrings. Like this, once you will bring yourself to the same pedestal that you put diamonds on, who knows, you might get those diamonds very fast from somebody, or you might even purchase them yourself. So, like this, it is important. I hope I motivated you. I hope I opened your eyes. All it is to even the energy. You see, you met a man like this. Then you think, because he's making you so happy, and you're afraid to lose him, you start looking at him like a god. Look at him as a god, but don't forget, you're a goddess too. Keep the energy even. Just because he has a lot of money and you don't yet, doesn't mean that he's better than you. You guys met already. You're already on the same energy. Keep it like this. Yeah, he's more successful. Yeah, he has more money. You have other things to complement. Maybe you have more knowledge, or your energy is obvious. You don't even need to compete with the guy. If you're a woman, you have energy inside of you. He's taking you for your energy, not for nothing else. So keep it. Remember this and keep it at this level. That's basically it. This is what I do, and trust me, I'm magnetic. I have friends that are not only friends, clients that are so beautiful, Barbie beautiful, and they're telling me, Anastasia, you're so beautiful. And I'm like, are you sure? But I understand why they do that, because I truly romanticize my life. And I did mistakes. I did also. I don't always appreciate what I have. I tend to romanticize somebody else's life when my life is amazing too. I don't do it often, but sometimes it happens, obviously. And it always backfires to me, always. So if you want to be magnetic, if you want to draw everything into your life, please do romanticize yourself, your life, your figure, your appearance, everything in you. Especially, ideally, you shouldn't be comparing to yourself to nobody. But if you do, even the energy, and bring yourself back to where you belong. Don't drag the guy down. Bring yourself to his level, and that's it. That's just how it works. So, to sum it up, to become magnetic, you just need to adjust the energy. That's it, nothing else. As a Reiki master, I can guarantee you that. I can guarantee you, as I said, I have clients that are dating celebrities. I have couple clients that are celebrities. I can't talk about them because, there is reasons for that, but still, it's only all about energy. You adjust the energy and you become magnetic to anything you want. You can become magnetic to luxuries, to particular lifestyle, to particular man, woman, anything. It's that easy. Now, do I always do it? No, I don't. I'll be honest with you, sometimes I drop so low and then I'm like, time to get up, time to raise myself. And it doesn't happen often, and I don't stay too long in that. Last time it happened was a few weeks back. And yeah, it was a man. It was not one man, it was two men. And I was socializing with them, and I was amazed by their life, by their choices, by how they invest and make money. I was mesmerized by everything, by their, by their bodies. There was no connection. I was like, my God, like they were so confident, so sure. And I'm like, my God, for me to live like this, to feel like this, you see, my inner man was not feeling the same way at that moment. And I really romanticized. And both of them really, I romanticized their lifestyle, the way they felt so confident. They went to any place. I mean, everything was just so perfect in their life. But I forgot that my life is perfect. I'm traveling. I could be anywhere, in any point of the world within a couple days. So my life is exactly where I want it to be. My life is even more amazing. And once I adjusted it, they started reaching out to me. And before that, they wouldn't, because I dropped myself. We met like this, we were hanging out, we were socializing, and then I dropped really low because I thought their life is so much better than mine. Out of nowhere, I'm not sure. I think they took too much of my energy, and I lowered myself really for a few days. And then I realized, no, this is not so. So I raised myself back, and they started reaching out to me. Now they're reaching out. I'm in Mexico already, but still, the point is that that it happens. It happens even in my life. But I know how to adjust it fast. I wouldn't allow it to stay in that low state for too long. So these are the steps. First, you need to find out what is that makes you sad right now. What are you competing with right now? Usually it's a person, it's a place, or a particular lifestyle. Now, then you need to take your energy back. You do it like this. I take my energy back from, and all the situations connected to, the energy gets purified and comes back to me. Make sure you do it in the language that your mind understands. It doesn't have to be English. Just make sure it's somewhat like this. And usually at the end you should say, for the benefit of myself and others. Because if you take energy from another person, you need to make sure that person is not harmed. Who knows, maybe your energy was the only thing that was supporting that person. So you do that, then you do that for a few days. Then you start romanticizing your life and yourself and your body, your everything. So you're basically just in love with yourself, in love with your life, in life with your routine, in life with your days, in life with everything you do. Then, when you start, as soon as you compare yourself to another person or to your man or something like that, for example, he says, oh, I'm going on this, I don't know, I'm going on this trip with my family to St. Bart's, you're not invited or something, and you're like, they're so close, the family is so close, and they're traveling together, and they're having such a good time, and I'm here. And you need to find what you romanticize yourself with. Now you will start feeling like this. Well, that's good that he's going. I mean, amazing. But good for me. My family is always almost available to me on WhatsApp, and I also spend time with my family. It's not like I don't see them. And something basically. And I have this time to catch up on my work or something like that. So you see, you need to romanticize yourself at that present moment. Whether you feel it's great or not, you romanticize yourself, bring the energy back, and you will see, he will come and he will say, my God, I missed you so much, it was a torture. I wanted to come. Or maybe he will call you and say, please come, I will fly you private or something like that. So make sure do that. And then, because we're in a masculine world, constantly improve something in your life every day. This would feed the ego of your inner masculinity. You will feel great. You went for a walk, great. You read 50 pages of a book, great. You did something something else, great. So you would you will tend to compare yourself less, because you also doing so great for yourself and for your life. Okay, that's it. I thought it would be a 10-minute video, but of course it's not. Anyways, I hope I motivated you. It is amazing time right now, holidays and everything. Please do become magnetic. Please romanticize your life. It is amazing. Trust me. The grass is not always greener on the other side. It's not. I checked it. I checked it many times. Yes, it is good to travel, but it's also good to stay in one place for a little bit. Yes, it's good to go to Europe, obviously. Where else would you find so much culture and history? I mean, there are places where you can find, but so much culture and history and comfortable traveling, right? But also, I mean, where can I find such fast internet as in the United States? Romanticize where you are right now, and that place will become magnetic to you and to everybody else. It is that easy, and I did it many times, and you will be able to do it. Now, please do send this video to anybody who needs to hear this message. Please do listen to it many times. It will be very charged. I will charge it with energy as all my videos, and please do share your results, ask questions if you have, and I'm here to help you. Obviously, I do want every single woman to become magnetic and successful and everything. Happy holidays, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye everybody. Enjoy your day.